Today, we're gonna figure out if AI is really the best way to grade Pokemon cards. We're gonna send in 20 cards over to tag grading. First up, we got that Seadra. This is gonna be our control. We're sending back to tag to see how accurate they really are. Along with them, we're putting every other major grading company to the test to see, can man actually outperform computer, or are these companies a dying breed? We are going to be sending in 20 cards under tag's value tier. That's going to be $20 a card, a 10 card submission minimum, and we're also going to be receiving tag's submission kit because we want to give them a full rundown. How good are they? Top to bottom. That's what we're going to find out and know. We're also sending in one of the brand new cards out of Mega Symphonia, Lily's Determination. That is going to be a $40 submission tier, but we're going to get this one back in just 10 business days versus the rest of these. They'll be in over there for about a month. So let's bring you in a little closer, show you just exactly what we're going to be sending, and then we're going to catch up with you in about a month to let you know just how we did.
All right, let's get these slabs cracked open and ready to go out to tag. This is our control slab, so we're hoping the Seadra is going to come back another 9. Got our plastic bag, our channels right here. Nice long handle on those for leverage. Makes cracking slabs so much easier. Go down. Okay, very good. Now, get our screwdriver between the 2 layers. There we go. There we go. It's out. It's free. Boom. Get it tucked away into a sleeve. You got shields and sleeves for however many cards you have in your submission. Bang, right there are these semi-rigids, custom labeled tag at the top. Your easy pull sleeves. Get you out of there. Not the typical card saver ones, official tag semi-rigid holders. Tap it down, boom, there we go. We've got all of the slabs from all the other grading companies, the big 3 anyway, both labels at CGC, Beckett, and PSA. Let's speed things up a bit, get these cracked out. Beautiful. All right, now we're back. We will arrange everything by the order. Grab up all 20 of our cards. This is now ready to be sent. Next time we see this, we will be revealing cards. So for you, it'll be a few seconds. For me, over here in the real world, it'll be about a month. I will see you then. What's going on, guys? We are back again like we never left. It has been a little more than the month that we thought it was going to take to get our cards back from tag, but finally, they have arrived, and we are going to find out once and for all who wins the great grading war. Is it man or is it machine in humans versus AI Pokemon card grading? So right up here, we have those original labels from those slabs that we cracked, minus our 1 control card, the Seadra, that was already graded by tag. Let's see if it still has the same grade that it had previously, and let's see if any of these went up. Right here we got the box. Let's stop our chit chat and get right into it. Here we go, let's get them out. Everything from tag comes back blind bagged, so we get that pack rip type experience. Get all of those out. There are our couple stacks of graded cards. Let's get straight into this. What are we going to get? First one, boom. A monster! What a monster! The Shining Charizard in a 1.
He was number 1.
For those of you who don't know, cards that are graded in just a grade of 1, they have an insane cult following, and 1s are oftentimes more than 2s, more than 3s, more than 4s, more than 5s, and sometimes they'll even compete in the 6 and 7 range. But wow, absolute beauty right there. Now, this was not one of our cards that were cracked. This was one of our additional cards, something that's ripped on the front. You can't hope for much better than just a little old one. That's insane. Let's keep it moving. What do we have next? Boom! This first edition Fire Energy got a 9 at CGC, pre-merger old blue labels, and here it is once again in a 9, coming back from tag. First edition Energy, baby. Let's see what else we can get and see how those grades have changed. Next one up, boom, is gonna be that Curlia pre-release stamp card. Was a 7.5 at tag, and so far against CGC, another 7.5. Pretty bang on the money so far. No one's got an edge yet. AI and humans are par for par, right on top of the other. Let's get into the next one. Boom, oh baby. This one was not one of ours that was graded, but ooh, you'd love to see a 10, but that 9 on a Gengar and Mimikyu, very solid. Now, as we're going through this, let's talk a little bit about Tag's process. They sent out the shipping kit, got it all packed up. Ooh, baby, 8.5 on the Suicune from Neo Revelation. And like you saw before, we do have the other 2 legendary dogs in here as well. Both of those are from Neo, just the same. But let's talk about the grading process. So this was a value submission, $20 per card, plus had to pay for our shipping kit, another 50 bucks, and was supposed to be done inside of a month. These went in at the end of August. We just got them back. So let's see what's in here. Boom! There's the Entei. Come on. An 8.5, just like his brother. Boom. That means this is a Raikou. Boom! Raikou and a 7.5. Not quite as nice as the other 2. Let's keep going. Keep trucking through these. Boom! Ooh, there's a Flareon V all cozied up by the fireplace. This one was just an 8. These promos got brutalized inside their boxes. Let's keep out our couple that have received their grades. We can put their grades behind them, just like so. Boom! All right, Pikachu Celebrations in an 8, meh, not great. It would say that Tag is grading pretty strictly, kind of seeming like they're right up there with, you know, the Becketts of the world in terms of how harshly they grade, which does mean that a 10 from Tag should carry some good weight in terms of value. Boom, we got a shiny Magikarp from that shiny Mega Gyarados box from XY. That's a cool looking Magikarp. Really like that one.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, me too.
We didn't crack it, so 7.5, not great. Boom, let's see what we got. Rayquaza EX, Silver Border EX with that full Cosmo foil. And this one was never going to 10, unfortunately. We do have some, you know, very, very light play spots around there on the back. 6.5, it still feels a little harsh for this guy, but there's a lot of imperfections, very difficult to see to the naked eye, computer algorithms, and very, very expensive microscopes that are used at all of these grading companies. They're gonna be picking up on all that kind of stuff. Let's see another one that we cracked, huh? Boom! Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. This one was not one that we cracked, but very similar to that Gengar and Mimikyu tag team. It's nice. The tag team alt arts, the texture on those, the actual card art themselves, just amongst the most elite that Pokemon has to offer. We wish this one was a little more elite in a 10, but what you gonna do? It's still a Mega Sableye and T-Tar tag team. A 9, still have real nice value there. Boom! Oh my goodness.
Oh, I fell over! Oh, I fell over again!
Misty's Tears. This card is actually has a banned card artwork, but an 8 there again on something vintage, even non-holo, not the easiest to grade. And what's nice about Tag is you can scan that little QR code right there, and it's gonna tell you every single thing that was wrong with this card, what kept it from getting a 10. They're gonna score that out of 1,000. If you can manage to get a 950 on a card, that's gonna be a 10. So you can see like very nuanced discrepancies between each grade level because it's a 1,000-point scale. 949 is a 9, 950 is a 10. Boom! The Keldeo EX SIR out of White Flare coming back in an 8.5. Pretty brutal for something that's this modern to get an 8.5. Standing here looking at it, we do have some centering concerns. You know, bottom is a little heavier than the top. I think we got a little right side heavy. Centering wasn't the only issue. So it'd be good to dive in there and take a peek at that here before too long. The Yveltal EX, another one from the XY era. 9 is still very, very solid. We love to see it. Ooh, that texture from XY just goes extra hard. Maybe some edge issues, maybe a touch of something on the back. Scan that QR, it'll tell you all about it. All right, pretty much the rest of these, there's gonna be one more that we didn't cross over from some other grading company, but most of the rest of these are going to be the remainder of our crossed over cards. What's next? Oh, Seadra coming back in a 9. I believe this was our control card. I believe it was a 9 previous to this most recent submission. So that is a good note that Tag does seem to be fairly consistent across their grading results. All right, so that means for sure the rest of these are the remainder of our 4. Let's see who wins, humans or AI. Come on. Boom! Terapagos EX. That is a 9 at Tag. And once again, honestly, there you have it. We're even Stevens with the previous grades received at the human grading companies. Very, very interesting result that we're seeing just matched up perfect. Surely a couple of these must be at least some kind of difference on some of these. Let's see it. Boom! Dark Arbok out of Team Rocket hitting the 7.5. All right, we have upgraded. Finally, something different. So far, that's 1 point AI over human grading. Right there, boom. Dark Arbok getting a half-point bump. We're gonna give the point to AI, but it is only a half-point bump, and PSA really doesn't do 7.5s. So understandable, but a little bit of improvement there. All right. Boom! We got Sabrina's Gengar Holo with a real tasty swirl right there on that edge. This is a good card and serious improvement over PSA. 1.5 points bumped from PSA. That's huge, especially because previously I graded this particular card with PSA and got that 5. Start to finish on this card in terms of the entire process, that's serious change. 1.5 points on something that is a vintage Wizards of the Coast WotC Holo. So far, 2 points, 2-0 AI over human grading. Here we have what was previously a 9.5 Glaceon EX SAR from Prismatic Herb. It's Japanese, so that is going to be from Terastal Festival. 9.5. And it is, boom! It is going to be a 9. So we actually lost a point here with the AI. So overall, that shows us that we have 2-1. AI is seemingly going to produce, you know, it's a very small sample size, but it looks like AI is producing a little bit better grades, definitely more detail than you're going to get out of the rest of these grading companies. PSA, CGC, Beckett, none of them are going to give you those those grader notes. PSA just started, they will, but you have to pay them. I think it's like $150 a card, maybe $200 per card before PSA will tell you anything. Tag bakes all of that right in, free of charge with the grading cost. Wow, those results are super, super interesting. We smacked it dead on, not once, not twice, but 3 times, plus our original control slab, that Cedra, smacked exactly the same first time at Tag and its second trip. It looks like Tag is coming back not only pretty consistent, but way higher detail than a lot of the others, and looking like they might be correcting some mistakes that were made in the grading room for some of those other cards. We didn't have any 10s come back from Tag, and all of these cards were pretty well hand-picked. You know, there was nothing that was so good that it was a super confident 10, but these are some very, very nice condition cards, and without anything getting a 10 means Tag is strict, which at a grading company is actually a good thing. So anybody who tells you it's not, check out their slabs. If they don't have them from a company that you see here, I don't know how much the 10 really means. So we want a good, strict grading company where the 10s are difficult to achieve, so that when you do achieve them eventually, they actually mean something and hold, you know, some real value for actually earning a 10. Obviously, the Glaceon dropped that half point, so very, very strict, and that's dropping a half point from Beckett, who has long been known to be by far the most strict grading company out there. Beckett is the cream of the crop. Not as many people use them as PSA because of how strict they are and how difficult it is to achieve a 10 at Beckett. That wonderful, wonderful, pristine gold 10 like this Gengar right here. Not only does it say something about how hard it is to achieve a gold 10, but that Gengar is probably one of the most perfect copies of any card that I've ever seen, and it didn't even get the black label at Beckett. 10s are a little easier to come by at PSA, still pretty difficult. Your card does need to be perfect, but judging by our results here today, that's AI 2, humans 1. I don't know, but standing here today, it looks like AI beats humans. Machine is over man. Has humans' time in the spotlight finally come to an end? We'll leave that for you to decide. If you'd like to see more experiments like this, comment down below. Let me know what you think I should do next. Let me know your thoughts on this experiment. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button. My name is Mr. Moonwalker. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
I'll be back.